So even other than that too, another thing that I was even thinking about as well is the idea of freedom, right? So a lot of you guys want to make money, and I've talked a lot about, you want to get as rich as possible. And I don't talk too much about money because I'm not rich yet. You know what I'm saying? I want to get rich first before I start yapping about money and be like, do this, do this, do this, or whatever. I want to stay away from that until like I'm actually rich first, and then I can talk very extensively because I always talk about how real skill comes from real experience. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, that's here nor there. Point being though, a lot of you guys want money for freedom. Like you want to be free. You don't want to have to, you want to be free from school or work or whatever you're currently doing right now that takes up a lot of your time. You want to have money so you're free from these things and free from these shackles, free from the 9 to 5, whatever the fuck ever. Like you want to be free from these things. But you don't want to be free so you don't have to do anything. That's horrible for you as a man. A man is at his best when he has a destiny, a purpose, work that he is obsessed with. That's when a man is at his best. So the thing is, when you're imagining freedom right now, if you're imagining, okay, you make all this money and then you can just do whatever you want, that's gay, that's bad. You don't actually want that. That's how you fall into like a depression as a man. You fall into depression as a man, or you drown in pleasure because you're free. So you can just do whatever you want. When you can just do whatever you want as a man, you're always going to fall towards lust and pleasure and just doing bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Just being hedonistic and a degenerate, which is, you don't want to fucking do that shit. You want to reach your pinnacle as a man. You want to see how powerful and capable you can become. So what this really means is once you make a lot of money where you are free, in the sense of you don't have to do this particular work or you don't have to go to this particular job, you are free. Usually the entrepreneur route, you make a lot of money by building a business and then you're freer. Like you can make your own choices. Now the goal is to get obsessed with something else of your choice. You don't want to be free from working. You want to be free to choose your suffering. That's the goal of all men. You want to be free to choose how you're going to suffer. You want to be free to choose how you're going to spend all your time, right? You're working 12 hours a day at some job that you don't fucking like. You want to, now that you're free and you have money, you want to work 12 hours a day on some shit that you do like, that you do find purposeful, that you do find fulfilling. That's the goal. Understand? It's not like you want to just be free to just do whatever you want to do. That's you're going to fall into nonsense. That's how a lot of men fall off. And that's when I kind of look at guys almost like the Luke Belmars and Iman Ghazi. And I've never met these guys before, so I don't have like some ridiculously strong opinion about them. But when I kind of look at them, like they've made a lot of money at like kind of a young age, you know. But to me, when I kind of look at them, they don't have that like aggression or energy towards something. They don't have like an obsession, a strong one. I don't feel that aura from them. Like I hope you guys understand what I mean by this. This is like, like when a man's very dedicated to something, it's like it's insatiable. There's a deep sense of hunger. There's ferocity towards it. I'll use Ronaldo for example of this. Like Ronaldo's a prime example of what I'm talking about here. Ronaldo could just stop playing at any fucking time if he just wants to stop now. Like he has pretty much nothing to prove as an athlete or as a soccer player anymore. He really doesn't. But for some reason, he still has this deep frustration and hunger and desire to keep playing. And that's what all you guys need to be like. That's what I always strive to be like. That's that hunger, that desire to keep pushing towards something, no matter how much money you make, no matter how free you are technically, you want to find something you're obsessed with. So when I look at these like younger guys who've made a lot of money at a young age, like Luke Belmar and Iman Ghazi, I'm like, they kind of like they ain't got no edge to them. Like I don't look at them, they ain't really got edge to them. And obviously respect to those guys. I don't know them. I'm not trying to make any judgment calls here. I'm just from what I see of them. It's like just don't really got that hunger, and that's just the kind of thing when you just are free. You're like you make all this money. It's like you could kind of just do whatever the fuck you want to do. But at the end of the day, what I want you guys to do is to go from being obsessed with something you don't like going to school or doing the work that you're doing right now that you don't fucking like, and then getting obsessed with something that you do like once you are free, once you make the money. You want the money so you have the freedom to be obsessed with something that you truly are fulfilled by, that you find purposeful. That's the point of the money. That's why you want the money. You don't want the money just to have the money for the freedom. No, you want the money so you could pay to get obsessed with something else by choice, right? So that's how I kind of see it. And, that's just food for thought for you guys. That's how you should really view freedom.